Yes, yes, yes. What up? Top of the top. What's popping? What's cracking? What's good? How y'all doing today? How y'all feeling this morning? Y'all already know what time it is. We got another show. We got another one. You know what I'm saying? We got some more things to talk about. And I definitely miss, you know what I'm saying, my people. You understand? Y'all gotta know what's going on, man. Look, man, it's holiday season. It's a lot of things going on. And we supposed to be happy, but it's hard to be happy when you got all this crazy stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got to definitely keep their head up and stay focused. And I'm gonna definitely try to do the same. You heard? But we got some things to talk about today. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know I'm gonna bring the BS. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely want to say salute to all my supporters. Salute to the family. Salute to my brother P, Grown Man Talk. Y'all already know what time it is, Grown Man P. You dig? And also my boy 183rd B's. You know what I'm saying? We did a show last night, and I'm gonna share it again. But y'all definitely go subscribe to this channel and check out the interview we did yesterday. 183rd B's. That's the name of the channel. But like I say, man, anybody that wanna do any work, you know what I'm saying, you hit me in the comment section, or you can hit me on a direct message on Instagram. Hit me in the DM on Instagram. And like I told y'all, I will be turning up on the first of the year. I'm gonna turn up on all my social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I just been focused on YouTube. But this the For No Fame Prime Time episode 62. An ex-NYPD officer has been caught for selling birds, trying to sell them bricks, trying to move that work. Yeah, he's been indicted on 13 charges, you know what I'm saying? But this case goes back to 2019, but he's just about to get his time. And he's another dummy that folded, because if you was a cop, you should have stayed a cop. But guess what? He wanted to play in the street. So therefore, he's been indicted. Oh, also, before I start on that, let me give my shout outs. Pardon me. Salute to Todd Caesar for the Cash App on Monday. And salute to Kendra Farmer also for the Cash App. I appreciate you very much. Definitely respect to the queens. Definitely respect to the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Also, I want to salute my brother, Kevin Stone. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Stone has been solid as a rock. And like I say, y'all don't have to do nothing for me, but y'all show love because y'all respect what I do. And I appreciate that. And y'all keep me motivated. You understand? All my supporters keep me motivated. Just know that I do this for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all help me to get through with this therapy. You understand? And what I mean by that is, when I do anything I do, I can't just think about myself. I got to think about everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because we all got to keep each other on point. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want to salute y'all for the Cash App, and Kevin Stone for the super chat. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I'm gonna be shouting y'all out. But I'm also gonna be getting into this clown Jim Jones. You did, because he's trying to redeem himself, and he's a joke. If everybody that know, Jim Jones has been in altercations throughout his whole career when he was promoting that whole blood gang, that whole blood behavior. But we know recently he's been washed up. He's been accused of being a tattletale snitch. We also heard him on a wiretap. He had everybody coming at his neck about him being a snitch. So I guess this is a way for him to try to redeem himself. So we'll look at him like he's a gangster, because we know Jim Jones, he popped off on Freddie Gibbs. And I'm going to get into that. Actually, I'm going to get into that first. All right? Now, in the Fred Gibbs situation, Freddie Gibbs, you heard? And Freddie Gibbs is from Indiana. If I'm not mistaken, he's either a Crip or a GD. But we neither here nor there. So according to a witness, a fight between Jim Jones and his crew broke out with Freddie Gibbs' crew at the swanky restaurant Prime 112 in Miami. Apparently, the two sides bumped into one another while Jim Jones and his crew were leaving and Freddie Gibbs and his team were walking in. Jim initially approached Freddie over some negative things that Gibbs had said about Jim in the past. While Jim was arguing with Freddie, someone from Jim's crew punched Gibbs in the face. Freddie was then attacked personally by Jim. Freddie's large bodyguard was also hit and then kicked in the face while he was down. Now, we know, if anybody in their right mind, you know this was a publicity stunt. Because we know Jimmy, he do not want no smoke. For those of us from New York who seen the Cocaine City DVD a long time ago, we seen that boy run out of the park. When it came time to bang out with Junior Mafia, he didn't want no problems. We also have known Jimmy to run out of a lot of clubs, run from a lot of situations. And we know that he's been accused of being a snitch, even though it's no paperwork, so I'm going to say allegedly. But all I'm going to say is Jim Jones is the main dude that started a whole lot of drama, a lot of fights, a lot of people arrested in the ground because of him. They're not here no more because of his promotion of gang activity. You know, he portrayed himself to the world as the top blood OG in America. And he's been charged with, you know, the streets charged him with telling and being a fake wankster. So we know Jimmy's career has been going down the gutter. That's why he's been stressed out with them extra gray hairs. You understand? And in my opinion, this was a publicity stunt for him to get his name back popping. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, with that footage, it could look like Jimmy back on his grind, like he back on his gangster. And anybody that says something about him or anybody got a problem, he gonna see you when he see you. You dig? Because I don't recall Freddie Gibbs saying nothing about this man. And if he did, it was a long time ago. Because what they say, something that Freddie said in the past. But instead of Jimmy, you know, confront him man to man without no drama, you know, because we know it was a dead weak issue. His peoples popped off on him. And then they say Jimmy popped off after that. And they put hands and feet on that boy. You understand? But Jim Jones is also a dude that like to pick and choose his battles because he's a sucker. And my dude, you at a certain age and you still out here trying to swing on people. You still trying to fight and jump people. And me and the bro was just talking about the other day. A lot of y'all who like to do all that fighting, you're going to swing on the wrong person and you're going to get shot in your face. You see? You're going to try to punch somebody in their face and somebody's going to shoot you in your face. Because it's about to be 2022, right? And all we want to know is, Jimmy, 1 minute you claim to be a father, 1 minute you claim to be a family man, but now you want to swing on Freddie Gibbs. And it sounds like a publicity stunt to me, because even as a G, even as a gangster, we know it was not that serious. When you and that man could have went to the side and had a regular conversation, left it at that. If you were a businessman, but you still out here trying to fight, which shows that your brain has not developed at all. And you better hope Freddie Gibbs don't press charges on you, because you're really going to be over with. This is the same dude that had his mother rapping on TV. You know what I'm saying? This is the same dude that'll do any. This is the same dude that was crying on, I think it was Funkmaster Flex, Breakfast Club. I don't know, but we know we saw this man crying tears when Cameron ain't want to rock with him no more. We seen the coward in you, Jimmy, but you want to swing it on Freddie Gibbs of all people, because we know you trying to get that credibility back. You trying to stamp yourself again. You want people to think you still a certified gangster. So we see through all of that, Jimmy. Just know that. And I don't got nothing against Jim Jones, but the only thing I got against him, right? I got this about, look, any rapper, right? Any rapper from the past that promoted death, gang banging, basically promoted brothers going to jail, brothers risking their life, losing their life. Anybody that promoted that type of music, I feel like they should be real and apologize for everything they said and did. And show the world that even though I promoted that type of activity, I don't condone that no more. and I want my people to be uplifted. But people like Jimmy, he won't apologize. See, he want to still go out here and portray that gangster image. So I'm showing you a fool. I'm showing you a man that has not changed his ways or elevated his mind to no type of level, and these niggas still want to be rappers going on 50. And I'm not age shaming, but my point is, with age comes what? Maturity. So why are you still doing the same things you doing when you ran around Dipset? You know what I'm saying? You're doing the same exact thing because I know you doing this for clout. You dig? Whack 100 and them dissed you, but I bet you won't swing on Whack 100. 50 Cent dissed you. I bet you won't swing on 50 Cent. So I'm showing you how they try to swing on Freddie Gibbs. And guess what? Freddie Gibbs don't even portray that gangster image. He got a smart mouth. You know what I'm saying? He used to be signed to Jeezy. Young Jeezy dropped him. You know, he came at Jeezy. So I don't know if Jimmy did this for Jeezy. I don't know, but Freddie Gibbs is also currently beefing with Academics. I don't know if Jimmy did this to try to get a guest appearance on Academic show. I don't know, but what I'm trying to tell you is, Jimmy, you a clout chaser and you are a bozo. For the simple fact, you want to pick and choose your battles and swing on Freddie Gibbs. With Freddie Gibbs, he not even built like that. His rap audience does not even deal with gangster music. But you want to swing on Freddie Gibbs. And it also shows you that they was at the restaurant, you know, Prime 112. And it's like all these rappers always want to be around the same location. They want to do the same. They want to all do what each other do. They want to be around the same places, smash the same chicks, buy the same exact car. They want to all wear the same chain. That's why I call certs like that Cuban. That's rapper jury. You did? Because every rapper, when he gets some money, or every rapper want to prove he still got money, what are you gonna buy? He's gonna buy a Cuban link. And I told you, Cuban links, they've been out since the 90s. You remember Raekwon only built for Cuban links? Meaning, don't get it twisted. Jury never plays out. You know what I'm saying? Jury never plays out. But my point is, when you see a rapper wearing jury, that's a fad. Because mark my words, pretty soon it's gonna go from the Cuban link to something else. It's going to go from the white gold into something else. But my point is, all these rappers want to do is the same thing. They want to buy the same exact chain, just switch the piece up. They want to drive the same kind of car, just change the color. They all are clones. They all have no brain. Because when you got money, you can do certain things on a different level where people can't even reach you like that. They don't even know where to find you at. You feel me? That's what Instagram for. You can have money and be in a lavish restaurant somewhere nobody know where you at. You just take pictures of the food and where you at. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? None of y'all ain't on my level. But what they do, they all want to go to the same place and stun on each other. They want to be in each other's face. And that's how incidents like this happen. You dig? But we know that Jim Jones, he tried to clout chase because what? His career's in the gutter. He's not making money like that. He's not the same, never going to be the same. And his name has been tarnished for telling. What happened to that case in Georgia with the guns, the opioids, you know, the pills without no prescription, you know, the high-speed chase with the car wreck? What happened to that case? And some say it's others, but my point is this. You've been disrespected, Jimmy, and you still want to try to get a name for yourself. And I get it. But you chose the wrong one, because Freddie Gibbs is not going to get you no clout. Definitely, especially not in New York City. So we know that Jimmy is a joke, and he pulled a nice publicity stunt. And hopefully, Jimmy, this will help your career, because you looking real stressed. And I'm gonna tell you, Jim Jones, you get a pass if you get a Beijing and dye your beard, because you need to dye those gray hairs, bro. You looking real stressed out here, and you look like you're doing bad. I'm gonna be real. You got the chains, you got the cars, but we know about rentals. We know about how you can get, how rappers can go to these jewelry stores and get some, they can get a chain on the arm, because when a rapper goes to a jeweler will let him rock that chain for a certain amount of time, because it promotes the jeweler's business. So a lot of these rappers, they face a good with some of the jewelry makers, because they did spend a lot of money with them. But nowadays they could still go get a chain or rock for a couple of months and then bring it back. And we've heard about stories of rappers getting jewelry and not bringing it back. We've heard of stories where rappers borrowing jewelry from the jewelry store and then making like they got robbed just so they can keep the chain. But my point is this. All these dudes care about is a whip and a chain, slavery. A whip and a chain, slavery. See, I had to say it twice. Some people don't get it. All they care about is a whip and a chain. A dude in the hood, all he want is a whip and a chain. You feel me? Toby. There's nothing wrong with wanting a whip and a chain or jewelry and a car. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's all they want is a whip and a chain. And that's why they still get treated like nothing. You understand? That's why they're still not respected, even though they're millionaires. Because they don't control no corporation. Somebody still got to write them that check, aka massa. Massa got to still write you that check. Because all you want is a whip and a chain. And you want to still fight when you're in public, in restaurants. So I'm showing you the behavior of a fool. And that's why a lot of people are in jail right now, trying to be like Jimmy. And a lot of people are dead right now from trying to be like Jimmy. So let's not get it confused. And he also is a clown under Nypd. And he also disrespected Nypd. And I think it's time for a lot of things to come to an end. I'm talking about Jim Jones. He just need to stay in the house and be with his son. That's all I'm going to say about Jim Jones. And for those who don't know, now you see why, he chose that name specifically in the rap game. Because of the real Jim Jones. What did the real Jim Jones do? He told lies, he perpetrated a fraud, and he got what? He got people to kill themselves. All the people that looked up to Jim Jones, what did he do? He got them to kill themselves through his rap music. I'm showing you a pattern. You heard? The real Jim Jones got them to drink that Kool-Aid, and Jim Jones got you to drink that Kool-Aid to make you think he was a certified gangster. And that it's all about the crime life. The ghost of Rich Porter. But then we see him around Alpo when Alpo came home. You dig? That's what I'm trying to tell you. These dudes are clowns. Moving right along. And this another clown. Ex-NY police officer, right? By the name of Ishmael Bailey. He was 38 years old. He resigned from the NYPD after his arrest in 2019. He has been indicted by Queens County Grand Jury and arraigned in Supreme Court. Check this out. He's charged with 13 counts, or shall I say, he's charged on a 13-count indictment for selling and possessing a controlled substance, also bribery. He's been receiving bribes. He's also charged with conspiracy and other crimes. He helped protect drug dealers, and this fool also got caught transporting cocaine from various locations in Queens, New York to be exact, for those that don't know. In August and September in 2019, he was charged with first-degree criminal possession of a controlled substance, cocaine. You dig? That blow. And he also was charged with criminal possession. Hold on. He was charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance, and also he was receiving bribes. You dig? Basically taking money, taking payoffs. A dirty cop taking money under the table. And he also has been charged with third-degree conspiracy and conspiracy in the fourth degree, because he agreed to take a cash payment for each kilo of cocaine he transported. So what he did was, this fool, and I told y'all, a lot of these dudes be working with the police. They didn't say the man's name he was working for, but it was a street dude he was working for, right? This police officer was holding down a drug dealer. He also was helping him move his work through transport. So the dude would have a police officer making drug runs for him. You know, go pick up a brick here, drop this brick off there, and then he would get his little money. He would charge like $2,500 per trip. So my point is, this fool who is a police officer, he don't even know undercovers himself, because he got caught for selling the undercovers. And it also shows you that he was greedy and he has no street knowledge. You understand? We had a conversation about cops and robbers, or those who are police need to stay police. Don't be a police and try to be a gangster, because it's not going to work. The same way with you dudes, you want to be gangsters, but then you want to be telling. You should have just been a cop. Then nobody will look at you funny. But this cop, he tried to be a street drug dealer and he got caught. And guess how stupid he was, y'all? Check it out. He agreed for a cash payment for each kilo of cocaine that was transported, but he sold them to an undercover cop. And when you understand? No, not only did he, he bought it from an undercover cop, because the dude that he was protecting will also pay him to go pick the work up. But what this fool did, he's not only picked the work up, but to make plays, shall I say. He also was, paid to make drop-offs, meaning he would make the drug deal, the transaction. And he also would, he would either pick up money or pick up drugs. But my point is this. He was supposed to get 3 bricks, 3 kilos of the white girl. You heard? That's Snow. The undercover police sold him 1 real kilo and the other 2 was fake. Because he's a dummy, he didn't even know real work. So they finessed him. He got finessed by the police, and he is the police. Just to show you how dumb he is. And he was greedy. You dig? So this same fool, he has been indicted on 13 charges. And this also shows you how some people in law enforcement are grimy and they sold out, meaning they're not here just to protect you. This fool is also putting drugs in the community. So it just shows you what time it is right now. It shows you where we at. Anytime you got a police officer trying to sell bricks, transporting bricks, and then he only was doing it for $2,500. So he was selling his own soul out, selling his own career out, because he could have made that money anyway. But you got to remember, a lot of them live above their means. Some of these, these black cops, they want to drive Bentleys. They want to have a lot of money. They want big houses. They got big mortgages, and they be doing a whole lot. And it also shows you that whoever his homeboy is, they didn't say his name, because he's probably telling right now, whoever he was selling his work for was the police. And he might have been the one to set him up, because how are you a police officer and you holding down a drug dealer, but all of a sudden you get caught and we don't even know that other drug dealer name. They did not reveal his name. So it shows you that dudes in the street be working with the police. This been going on. But it's always them dudes that appear that had the most work, that you know what I'm saying? It's the dudes that act like they got the bag. But you'll see some of them dudes never go to jail, because this dude was being held down by an ex-NYPD officer. And not only that, was he his security guard so nobody can rob him or bang on him. You dig? He also had this police officer selling the work. Another thing you're going to also understand is some of these police are grimy, and some of these bodies that be going unsolved be done by crooked cops. Because it don't take much. Just peep this in your head. It don't take much for the same drug dealer to have an enemy, and pay this police officer to put that work in. And for the right price, we know if he could transport drugs for $2,500, imagine if that same drug dealer offered him $20,000, $30,000 to go do something real dirty. We know this police officer would do it and get away with it. That's what I'm trying to show you. A lot of people have become corrupt. Now, he's supposed to protect and serve, but all he did was protect the bag and serve drugs. You heard? That's all he did. Protect the bag, and he served drugs. He made plays. So that's why I keep telling y'all, nobody is to be trusted. Not even some of these police. I'm not going to say all police are bad, but we know it's a small percentage of them that's very dirty. And that's what it is. You understand? But I respect the police officers that chose a side of law from when they was kids. They put in their mind they wanted to be a cop, and they stuck to it, and they fly straight. They helped the people, you know, they locked up the bad guys, and they stayed on that side. But we don't respect dudes who want to be on the police side and then they want to play in the criminal side. You understand? We don't respect that. You got to choose a side. And once again, I'm going to say it again, not to sound like a broken record, but I told y'all that criminal behavior, that criminal activity is over with because there's too many ops. It's too many snitches. It's too many informants. And that's that don't got nothing to do with the technology they got. They got so many people in play on the ground. I promise you right now, if you slap somebody and think you're going to get away with it, somebody going to be knocking on your door. You're going to have you know what I'm saying, a warrant for your arrest. That's how crucial it is right now. So just pay attention. Just pay attention. You're going to keep seeing this same behavior. But this cop right here, he's facing 13 indictments. Pardon me, 13 charges. And he's also facing altogether 15 years. And you got to understand, for a police officer getting 15 years, that's like life because he's going to lose everything. He's going to be a regular Joe Blow when he get out. He's going to have nothing. His background is going to be tainted. He's going to have to work at McDonald's, a regular job. And that's going to kill him more than a life sentence. No more guns, no more badge, no more company police cars, no more good loans, no more good banks. He's going to be an average Joe. He's actually going to be worse than an average Joe because he's going to have to be embarrassed by the NYPD. And all law enforcement, they will be ashamed of this man. And this is what's going on, like I said. People playing both sides. Everybody want to play the streets because it seems convenient when that money coming in. But if you don't have street smarts, you're not going to make it anyway. So how many times have we heard this same thing about individuals that want to play all sides of the street? But when it come down, they don't want to do the time. And we know the cliche, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. And we've seen that with who? 6ix9ine and a few others. Moving right along. Next. Check this out. One of these topics we already been talking about, and we've been shining light on it. It's sad I got to talk about this every day, but this is the news. And I told you, this is what time it is in America. Before, it was drug trafficking. They'd lock up all the drug dealers. Now it's sex trafficking. And this is a situation where a man has been sentenced to up to 9 years in prison after pleading guilty to sex trafficking. And the girl he was sex trafficking, at the time, she was 16 years old. All right? The victim was forced into having sex with strangers for money. And in June of 2018, the individual, he used intimidation, manipulation, and he forced the teenage girl into prostitution. And which I have to understand, before it was prostitution, you know, but now it's called sex trafficking. Anytime you take a person from place to place to place to place to do things for money, sexual acts for money, it's sex trafficking. Before, you know, when you went and bought some drugs and you rode around from city to city, state to state selling drugs, that was drug trafficking. Now, if you help in a bed a woman with selling her body, it's sex trafficking. If you take a male from state to state, city to city, and he's having sex with other men for money, you are a sex trafficker. So this dude has been given 9 years for trafficking a young girl. And they also say that he would brutally force her, you dig? And he would degrade her and embarrass her. And the DA says he made her make $500 a day. And he made her call him daddy. You dig? And a lot of these clowns, you know, this is the same dude. He can't pimp on a real woman. You know, ain't no real woman in her right mind gonna give him $1. So he got to try to find a little young girl. And that's what they do. They try to find a young girl, you know, that ain't got too much going on, ain't eating right, ain't doing too well, can't get her hair done, can't get her nails done, you know, don't really got nowhere to live. And you got a dusty dude like this that to sell her a dream. You understand? I'm talking about an underage girl, 16, right? And then make her be on them streets making $500 a day. And this happened in New York City. So anybody in New York City knows it's a lot of weirdos in New York City at night. And this girl couldn't go home unless she made $500 a day. And we know he, like the report says, he lined his own pockets up with this money. So he didn't even really break bread with her. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the point. The point is he was trafficking a 16-year-old. And how he got caught was she ran away from him. And what she did was she went to go visit one of her friend's house. And then the mother of her friend called the police. And this dummy got caught. So that's what happens when you try this game. It's over with. For all you dudes thinking you're gonna be a pimp and you think you're gonna get some chick to lace your pocket, you think she gonna sock it to your pocket and all that. You think you're gonna get in the chick head and she gonna break bread with you. Them days is over with. Because now it's called sex trafficking. And now even if the woman is of age, I don't care what age she is, if you help her get money in any shape, form, or fashion, it's called sex trafficking. And this dude is facing 9 years. That's the minimum. Because I told y'all they cracking down. Why y'all think since Ghislaine Maxwell been in court, you keep hearing about all these trafficking cases, because they cracking down. They cracking down. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why you're going to see a lot of people are hiding. A lot of people are being very quiet because they scared and hoping their name doesn't come up in no previous allegations. Because this sex trafficking thing is deep. And all it takes for one individual to come out and say you did something to them and you made them do something they want to do, that's it for you. You know what I'm saying? So salute to this girl. And the boy, he was 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's 24 years old. But the point is, he thought he was going to get paid off this young girl. And now we see he's going to be in jail. And somebody is probably going to make him a young girl. See? He's going to have to prostitute in jail now. That's how that goes down. But salute to this young lady that had enough sense to run away from this clown. Because I'm pretty sure she got tired of dealing with him and she didn't want to do it no more. And she was smart enough to escape, because some women, some girls don't escape from this game. You know, when a dude feel like you're going to tell on him, sometimes they'll try to put your exit plan together. You understand? So salute to this young lady for getting away. You understand? Next, a Brooklyn restaurant owner got busted for trying to bribe city employees. He tried to bribe city health inspectors because he didn't want to comply with the vax. Y'all know it's been mandated in the city. I already spoke about this. You already know it's been mandated, but some people They don't want to mandate their employees because some of their employees are not from this country and they're not supposed to be here. Therefore, they have no proof of citizenship. They have no proof. They can't go get vaxxed. That's why I told y'all this also has to do with tracking who's in America and who's supposed to be here and who's not supposed to be here. That's why it's been a mandate, because a lot of people with these businesses have been making money hand over fist and their workers do not have green cards. They're not supposed to be here. And they're getting paid what? Under the table. That money is not going into the banking system of America. It's going overseas. Those are considered high criminal acts right now because everything is going to crypto. Every dollar has to be accounted for eventually. So that's why all of these businesses are under fire, because they have a lot of illegal workers and they paying them under the table, $5 an hour, stuff like that, not reporting on their taxes. And this is a way to back them down. But this, it was 3 Brooklyn restaurant owners busted. In this one particular case, they tried to bribe one of the health inspectors. They tried to bribe them with Super Bowl tickets. So that shows you how desperate they was, because they don't see, all they got to do is hire some real employees, but they don't want to pay that money. They don't want that money on the books. They want to pay under the table to somebody that's a foreigner. Because a lot of criminal organizations, they do have what? Legal businesses, but they don't report all of their taxes. So this mandate is a way to make all businesses show and prove who they are. Are you legit? Do you have legitimate employees, or you don't? And if you don't, your business will be shut down. That's what you got to understand. That's just part of this whole game. I told y'all that. That's a percentage of the game. Verification. Y'all know everything you do now has to be verified, right? Well, the C-19 is another dimension of you being verified in America. I didn't make this up. This is the game. This is what's being done. This is what it is. It's not even a game no more. It's for real. They're not playing. You understand? This is how they're going to know who's supposed to be here and who's not. Who has a job and who don't. Who has a legitimate business and who doesn't. Who has a banking account and who don't. My point is this. Everybody has to be accounted for, and that's why they're cracking down. I'm going to just speak from that aspect. I'm not talking about the sickness part and all of that. I'm talking about that CDC card is a verification card. That's why you can't get into no major events without it. There's a lot of things in America you can't do without it, right? In certain places. But once they make it mandatory everywhere, where you can't get on a plane without it, you can't. If you in a car, you get pulled over, you better have that CDC card on you with your license, like insurance. Yeah, it could come to that level soon. And if you don't comply, basically, they can do what they want to do once they make it standard law. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. I mean, I'm not making this up. I'm not pushing no agenda. I'm just telling you, keep your eyes open. Because this is affecting a lot of people, but don't get it twisted. Don't feel sorry for some of these businesses, because guess what? Some of these places are the same, people that sell you dirty food. You understand? They play with your food. They got foreigners in the kitchen that can't even speak English, and they selling you whatever they want to sell you. Undercooked food, old food, spoiled food. You understand? They can't be accounted for that. That's why the health inspectors, they wasn't taking that bribe. They don't want to go to no Super Bowl game and lose their job. They're carrying out the laws of the city and of the state. And health inspectors are not playing. So that's why we're going to follow up and we're going to see what happens, because a lot of restaurants and businesses are going to be exposed. It also tells you that instead of them hiring American, instead of them hiring somebody that really might need that job, they'd rather hire somebody else that don't belong here and pay them, like I said, $5, $6, $7 instead of hiring you and giving you $15, $16. Instead of helping out their fellow Americans, they rather put that money in the pocket of somebody that's not even supposed to be in the country. So that's why part of these businesses, they're under pressure. Understand what's going on. Like I said, all you got to do is pay attention and you'll see everything clear as day. You understand? And like I said, man, it ain't too much stuff going on. Y'all know that. It's not too much going on unless it's bad news, to the point where we got to talk about Jim Jones today. So that should let you know it is nothing to talk about. And we also got to understand he pulled a publicity stunt. And he's stupid. Because why are you still trying to punch people in the face and kick on people? And you know you cannot afford a lawsuit right now. But what they say, they do anything for clout. And this is a perfect example of clout chasing. Because guess what? Freddie Gibbs' name has been trending recently more than Jim Jones. And y'all, those who know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. Even the beef between Freddie Gibbs and academics, that's been trending for about a month now. And guess what? Freddie Gibbs does have a cult following that really listen to his music and download his music, and they go to his shows. He has a big following, low key, because he does, you know, he does try to rap. He does try to make good music. I'll give him that. But he's not no gangster rapper, nothing like that, you know. He might talk tough, but he's not a gangster rapper like Jimmy. He's not wearing flags and a whole bunch of chains and walk, you know, running around with a deep entourage everywhere he go. That's another thing you'll see. You don't notice Jim Jones can't go nowhere by himself? You never see Jimmy by himself. He always got to have a whole lot of people around him, because what? He is a coward. That's why everything he did was around Dipset. Dipset had a lot of gang members around him and a lot of street dudes, a lot of jail dudes. That's why Jimmy always was extra tough. But by himself, he don't want no problems with nobody. That's all you got to know. Salute to the chat. Salute to the family. I know y'all pulled up. I know y'all in the building. You understand? Keep showing that love. You know, stay down. You know, keep staying real. And like I said, I appreciate all of the support. Y'all keep me motivated. You understand? And we going on a journey. You dig? We all going on a journey. And every chance I get, I'm going to shed light on certain topics, certain situations. And I do try to make people laugh whenever I can. It's just that lately, a lot of things have been very serious. And I really haven't been in a joking mood too much lately. I'm human, you know what I'm saying? But y'all keep me motivated. Like I said, and salute to everybody that be in the bushes. You understand? I see y'all too, but it's all good. Like I told y'all, man. No, ain't nobody disrespecting, nobody violating. We past that. I don't hold no grudges. And the reason why I say that, because for people that listen, I said this before, right? When you got a beef with somebody, or you don't like somebody, or you mad at somebody, that person can go on living their life, and you'll be the one miserable, and you'll be the one holding all the, the animosity, and that person going on living their best life, smiling and laughing. They're not even thinking about you, but you holding a grudge. See, when you hold a grudge, it takes more to hold a grudge, because you actually are worried about a person. I don't worry about nobody. So nobody can't even make me that mad unless I got a real issue with a person. But other than that, just remember that when you got a grudge against somebody, or you mad at somebody, That anger and hate you holding in is going to affect you more than it affects them, because they living their best life and they're not even thinking about you, but you still holding a grudge for something that happened. So let that be a lesson on what? Letting things go. Some things you got to just let go. And guess what? Sometimes it's better to just turn your back on situations or turn your back on people. AKA, let them kiss your ass. You dig? And keep it pushing. You don't have to entertain everything. You understand? Because when you do that, you're taking away from yourself. But don't get it twisted. All things have to be addressed at its proper time. Don't get it messed up. I'm talking about holding animosity, holding hate. That's going to be your own what? Self-destruction. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? Hopefully everybody is you know what I'm saying, paying attention to what's going on in the world, and hopefully everybody is trying to, you know, upgrade their life and trying to make things better. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are going to get swallowed up in this situation. Like the word in VA, one of the trending topics in Virginia last night is a 65-year-old woman got robbed and killed by two clown brothers. Two clown-ass brothers, look like junkies. They killed a 65-year-old woman trying to rob her. So I want y'all to see what's going on. We have no time to play. Everybody, keep your energy high. You understand? Focus on the prize. Focus on the championship. It uplift you and your peoples, man. That's it. Don't worry about the ops. Keep it pushing. Keep it moving. Stay focused. You dig? And like I said, I'm going to keep it coming. And that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't want to get to freestyling. Y'all know how y'all know what I be saying. I'm about to get up out of here. But I will be going live, you know what I'm saying? Most likely this weekend. It's probably going to be a surprise live, or I'll let y'all know. And, you know, I'm going to show love to the people. And with that note, 4NOFAME Prime Time, episode 62, 6 Deuce. NYPD, ex-NYPD officer Ishmael Bailey, 38 years old, has been indicted for selling them birds and making them drop-offs. You dig? I already went through his crimes, but the main crime is conspiracy, meaning he was with the smoke. He was doing all type of things for a couple dollars. You understand? A couple dollars. That's what we say in the hood. A couple dollars. That's chump change. Because the $2,500 he was trying to get, was it worth his whole career in jail time? I don't think so. If he could take it back, I'm pretty sure he would. But this fool who has no street knowledge, no real street knowledge, he got indicted for some 3 bricks of cocaine, and 2 of them was fake. So there you have it. We also see Rusty Jim Jones trying to redeem himself. Still out here fighting in restaurants. Still out here trying to be an ass. Because he's been called a snitch. And they also say his paperwork out on him. Who knows? But we know Jimmy is involved with certain things like Rock Nation. And he's the same dude that was dissing Jay-Z a long time ago. But now look at him. So that's when I really lost respect for him, because he showed us he would do anything for $1. You understand? Man, with that note, y'all know what time it is. Look, salute to the family. Salute to the 4NOFAME Mafia. And I'm going to keep on shouting y'all out. You understand? Grown Man Talk. The new time is 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. And sometimes we do have surprise episodes. Salute to the supporters. Salute to the bros and the sis, the kings and the queens. And I'm up out of here. 1.